Hello and welcome to this episode of Creating a Legend. I am the FM novice and join me as we start season number 3 of Creating a Legend. We are a manager of Gelios Kharkiv. We are in the Ukrainian Premier League and we are kicking off today at home to Olimpic D. There's a number of screens I want to talk through before we get into the first game of the season. This is the turnover screen, which probably highlights a difficult job that we have. If we look at the teams in the Premier League, top 8 is all Premier League sides. Then we've got a couple more Premier League sides and another Premier League side. And then we go down from 13th place to 24th place. Is Gelios, 130k turnover a year. Shakhtar, £44 million turnover a year. So we have a bit of a challenge staying in this league. We are comfortably the worst team in this league in terms of finances. In terms of reputation, it's the same story. We are a 2-star national reputation side. Desna, who came up last season, are the same, and everyone else is at least half a star better reputation, or bigger, higher reputation, however you want to call it. You will notice from a financial point of view, we are in a massive amount of trouble. £1.4 million in debt. So I have let go a lot of staff to try and regress that balance. We were paying a huge amount of money out in terms of staff wages. So I have culled majority of my staff. I basically took the decision towards the end of season 1 to allow my chairman to bring in some staff, make staff appointments, and he did so. But he brought in a lot of he brought in a lot of staff on high wages, and all of them are now out of contract. And looking at the finances, I can't afford them, so I have culled pretty much everyone. I have a 5-man coaching team, 1 manager, me, assistant manager, general coach, goalkeeping coach, head of youth development, 2 scouts, no chief scout at the moment, so that is one area I'm looking at, and head physio and a chief doctor and a physio. Basically, because my chief doctor and head physio were under contract, so it would be too expensive to get rid of them, so they'll probably leave at the end of next season. And then I don't really have anything for my under-21s or under-19s at the moment. Whether that is a bad move or not, I'm not quite sure. Financially, it makes sense. However, will that have a negative impact on the players' development? Time will tell. I don't know if it does. I don't know if it doesn't, but I've made that decision, and I have to live and die by that decision. Quite a number of players have left the club. 2 retirees, Ivan Kroshenko and Sergei Lubenko, have both retired. Both of them were squad players last season. Very strong reputation players for us, actually. They were both key players in the dressing room. Both of them have moved on. I did try getting them both back in as coaches, but neither of them were that interested. Well, they were interested, but the wages they were asking were far, far beyond our means. Also let go is Pavlo Goroshenko. Quite frankly, the worst signing I've ever made on Football Manager 18. Igor Semenya was a good squad player for me. Left winger as a natural position, but he did a decent role for me on the right-hand side. That's probably where he had his best games. Vadim Abelensev has also gone, a striker who was 3rd choice at best. He always looks like he's going to be something with those attributes. 13 finishing, 13 dribbling. They're not bad for this level. Certainly not bad for the first division. But 4 goals in 51 games probably tells you his story. And also moving on is Mikita Ovachari. Never played for us. It was 2 seasons as 3rd choice keeper. Also going out is Vladimir Chopin, who actually left on a free transfer to another club. Versatile player on the right-hand side. Did a decent job for us right at the start until Grabchenko came in that first season, around like sort of the winter break time of that first season, and he never could get back into the side. Also going out the door, and I'm absolutely ecstatic about this deal, is Stanislav Kulish has gone. He was on £1,600 a week. He delivered 2 goals in 19 games as my backup striker last season. I wanted him off the books, so offered him out to clubs, unspecified amount of money, and Desna, who had been promoted into our league this season, came in with £230,000. I pretty much snapped their hand off to accept that deal. I would have let him go for nothing, in all honesty. Also out the door is Yuri Batshuayin, has gone to First Division Volyn for £71,000. He was a good player for us at that First Division level. Came in during the January of that first season and produced some good performances. 2 goals in 11 games as we won the league, but really struggled last season. 7 games, average rating at 6.4, and I do have a lot of options. I've got Rafael Oller as number 1. I've got Arveladze as my backup, and I've got Scarlett can also play attacking midfielder role as well, so he was going to be fourth choice at best. We brought in a few players. Igor Kogut is the first player, a central midfielder of very good ability. He's signed him on a free transfer to Dnipro. I think he's very good. He certainly fits the bill in terms of the type of player I'm trying to bring in. I'm trying to bring in young players that I can sell on for great value. Really strong looking centre midfielder. Good attributes all round. Some really nice mentors in there. He'll be my first choice centre midfielder. So Sobels has also come in on a free transfer, released from Vorskla, who are in the Premier League. Only played once for them last season. He is a guy who is probably not ready for the first team at the moment, but there is a lot of potential there. Keeping with our policy of bringing in young, talented players, Vadim Shevchuk has come in on a season-long loan from Karpaty. They are a league rival, especially in the lower positions in the table. So I'm quite surprised they've let him come out. He looks to be a very promising young striker, only 17 years old, an advanced forward, which is kind of what we play. It's 16 finishing, quite determined, good at making decisions, nice physicals as well. A very promising player. And the final bit of business just before we get into the season is Ruslan Kislil has come in. He's an attacking midfielder, ideally from the right-hand side, but can play in the centre if required. He comes in on a free transfer. He was released by Maripol at the back end of last season. He seems to be rated quite highly. He's got a very small wage of £400 a week, so he looks to be a decent little signing. Do you know that completely ridiculous sense of optimism you get at the start of the season? I have that today. I think we've got a good opportunity here to get off to a good start. Olympic D, they were in the relegation battle last season, even though they did beat us rather consistently. But we've strengthened. We've got a good chance. Our side today, Eugene passed in goal, a back four of Gelchik, Eugene, Garashenkov and Kravchenko, with Glushy and Skoblov as two midfielders. With new signing Kislil from the right, Ola in the centre, Kitch from the left, and Kravchenko up front. We are massive underdogs, as regular viewers of the channel will know. We are comfortably the worst team in this league, so anything above automatic relegation will be seen as a massive bonus as Kizel picks up the ball. Looking to impress on his debut, Rafael Olin now on the ball to Skoblov, and Kitchuk gets a shot. Kitchuk drags his shot wide of the target after only 4 minutes. Throw-in, Skeshetov into Popstepenko. Plays it inside, Skeshetov crosses it in and it's flipped on. It's well saved by Past at his near post. Corner kick, Voronin plays it in, headed away. Ola looks to gain the ball. He gets hold of the ball, looks down that line. Kravchenko, he's on his own, but he's got a lot to do. Crosses the ball into the box. Kitcher tackled. Kravchenko shoots, scores! So Kravchenko forces the ball over the line. Throw in, Gelchik. Glushy now, back to Gelchik. Eugene, Skoblov, Kravchenko on the ball, back to Skoblov, Glushy. Kitchen now, turns into the box, Kravchenko shoots, and off the bar, that was a great chance, that was a golden opportunity. Free kick, Kitcher plays into the back post, and Glushy's there, Glushy scores, just to check to see if that's been disallowed or not. It hasn't, Glushy has scored, former club, doesn't score very many, but he forced the ball home from Kitcher's free kick, he was unmarked at the back post, a lovely finish. As it stands, we are top of the table. It helps that Shakhtar haven't played yet, which is the only reason why we are top of the table, but it's been a very, very pleasing half. Throwing Voronin, Postupenko, intercepted Ola now to Kizel. Lovely crossfield ball to Kitcher. Plenty of room, drags inside to Kravchenko. Glushy now, Kizel. Into Kitcher, Kitcher shoots, scores! 3-0, Anton Kitcher. Our hero from back end of last season has put us 3-0 up. Throw in, Postupenko. Good tackle by Kravchenko. Kitcher now. Turns. Ola. Coming deep. Long ball to Kravchenko. Kravchenko forced his way into the box. He does well there. And he scores. 4-0. Sergei Kravchenko. A sensational strike. Which puts us in a fantastic position, which means I can make some changes. I can bring on Shevchuk for Kravchenko. Give him a rest. And I'm bring on Baikov on for Skoblov. Two of the younger lads coming on to give him some first team football. It is one of my key objectives at the moment as Yarmolenko looks to put them back to 4-1. He does. Hopefully that will just be a slight bit of sand in the shoe as we have 15 minutes to go. Final change time. I'm going to bring on Arveladze on for Ola just to give him a bit of a rest. As we look to break through, Kitcher shoots from distance and it's comfortably saved. Throw in, Voronin. Postupenko plays it in, cleared away nicely. Played it back in. Gutner, can he keep it in? He does. Good tackle by Kravchenko, though. Clears the ball away, but we give the ball away again. Long ball in and past Claims confidently and cleanly. Into the final minute of the game. Kaltov to take a throw in. And it's all over. Gelios win 4-1. A really, really strong, confident victory. I've very much enjoyed today's episode. I hope you have as well. I've been the FM Novice and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Good night.